A wealthy man is about to relocate you because of one action. But listen to me, before you even think about blessings, money, opportunities, relocation, or divine favor, you need to understand something deep. Nothing happens in your life until you shift your mindset from waiting to preparing, from hoping to becoming, from desiring to deserving. People think money comes because of luck. They think opportunity arrives because God or the universe suddenly feels generous. But that's not how it works. Money follows value. Blessings follow alignment. Opportunities follow readiness. And wealthy people, real ones, powerful ones, people who can open doors you never even knew existed, they don't invest in laziness, they don't bless inconsistency, and they don't reward excuses. They look for one thing: action, the right action, the bold action, the uncommon action, that one move that proves you're no longer playing small, that one decision that shows you're not living like the old version of you, that one shift that announces to the world, I'm done being average, I'm done living scared, I'm done waiting for the right time. Because here's the truth most people never understand: a right action at the right time can relocate your entire life. It can shift your level, it can take you from the back to the front, it can take you from ignored to chosen, it can take you from surviving to dominating, and yes, one action can make a wealthy man notice you, invest in you, and pour into you in ways you don't even see coming. But that action doesn't come from fear, it comes from clarity, it comes from courage, it comes from hunger, it comes from that fire inside you that has been quiet for too long. The problem is not that opportunities don't exist. The problem is that most people aren't prepared when they appear. You've been praying for money, but are you becoming the kind of person who can handle wealth? You've been begging for an open door, but are you building the discipline to walk through it when it opens? You want elevation, but are you willing to leave behind the habits that keep pulling you down? Because let me tell you something real. Elevation always requires separation. Relocation always requires transformation. And divine blessing always demands personal responsibility. You don't get rewarded for who you want to be. You get rewarded for who you're becoming. You're waiting for a millionaire to change your life, when your life will only change when you decide to take the action that signals, I'm ready. Because wealth respects movement. Wealthy people invest in momentum. They can sense hunger. They can feel vision. They can see commitment. And they can smell laziness from a mile away. So if a wealthy man is about to relocate you, it's not random, it's not luck, it's not magic. It means you finally did something that proved you're serious. Maybe you stopped complaining and started working. Maybe you stopped dreaming and started building. Maybe you stopped asking for help and started helping yourself. Maybe you broke a generational excuse. Maybe you stopped giving energy to people who drain you and started focusing on your growth. Maybe you stood up for yourself for the first time in years. Maybe you walked away from something toxic, something small, something beneath the person you are becoming. Maybe you finally listened to that inner voice saying, enough, and that one action shifted your frequency. And when your frequency changes, your opportunities change. When your energy changes, your destiny changes. When your belief changes, your environment changes. Wealthy people are not attracted to perfection. They are attracted to transformation. They are attracted to resilience. They are attracted to people who refuse to stay the same. They are attracted to people who have scars but still move forward. They are attracted to people who take small steps consistently. Because consistency is the loudest language of success, and you have no idea how many eyes have been watching you silently. You have no idea who has been paying attention to your growth, your discipline, your silence, your effort, your consistency. People may not clap for you, but trust me, someone is noticing, someone is impressed, someone is inspired, someone is getting ready to bless you because they see what you're becoming. And wealthy people don't bless everyone. They bless the prepared, they bless the disciplined, they bless the committed, they bless the hungry, they bless the fighters, they bless the ones who refuse to quit. So if you feel like God is aligning something, If you feel like you're in a season of quiet preparation, if you feel like something big is coming, don't doubt it, don't question it, don't run from it, lean into it, because one action, one right action, can break open a future you never imagined. But here's the part nobody tells you. That action is usually uncomfortable. That action costs you something. That action requires sacrifice. That action forces you to choose growth over excuses. That action demands you stop living like people who don't want what you want. You can't pray like a warrior and live like a coward. You can't ask for miracles and keep repeating the same habits that keep you stuck. You can't ask for abundance while holding on to the mindset of lack. You can't ask for elevation while staying connected to people who are committed to staying low. Your next level will offend your old life. Your growth will irritate people who aren't growing. Your discipline will make lazy people uncomfortable. Your hunger will trigger people who quit on themselves, and that's why one action, one bold, uncomfortable, courageous step is the moment your destiny opens, because it proves you're no longer controlled by fear. It proves you are not waiting for permission. It proves you are choosing yourself. And when you choose yourself, the world starts choosing you too. So listen carefully. The wealthy man is not coming because you need help. He's coming because you've become helpable. He's coming because you've shown potential. He's coming because you've shown direction. He's coming because you've shown discipline. He's coming because he can see you're not looking for a savior. You're looking for a partner, an opportunity, a platform. And wealthy people love investing in people who invest in themselves. So keep going, keep becoming, keep grinding, keep building, keep preparing, because your one action has already been noticed and the blessing attached to it is already on its way. You have to understand something deep right now. When life starts shifting, it rarely looks beautiful in the beginning. Growth doesn't announce itself with comfort. Elevation doesn't show up with soft hands. Blessings don't knock politely, they disrupt, they break routines, they challenge who you used to be. They force you to step into a version of yourself you haven't mastered yet. And that's why most people quit before they see the reward. But not you, not anymore. Because the moment you took that one action, the moment you broke that pattern, the moment you stopped living the same day on repeat, everything in the unseen world started moving. The wealthy man, the opportunity, the connection, the open door, the shift in your environment, none of that is random. It's alignment, it's confirmation, it's the universe whispering, you're finally ready. But readiness is not comfort. Readiness is responsibility, and you need to hear this. You cannot return to who you were before this shift began. The older version of you is expired. The older version of you is too small for where you're going. The older version of you didn't have the discipline, didn't have the hunger, didn't have the clarity. And that's exactly why it suffered. That version was scared of risks. That version cared too much about opinions. That version stayed loyal to people who slowed it down. That version played survival when you were built for greatness. That version apologized for your strength, your ambition, your intelligence, your potential. But look at you now. You've outgrown your old cage. Your spirit knows it. Your energy knows it. Your dreams know it. That's why you don't fit where you used to. That's why the people you entertained before don't hit the same anymore. That's why distractions feel heavier. That's why noise feels irritating. Because you're in a transition phase. The most uncomfortable, most unpredictable, most powerful season you will ever experience. This is the season where God tests your hunger. This is where life checks your seriousness. This is where destiny studies your consistency. Because elevation requires proof. Not words, not wishes, proof. You don't get blessed because you ask. You get blessed because you become. And that's why wealthy people watch your patterns before they invest a single penny in you. They don't care about your dreams if your habits don't match. They don't care about your ambition if your discipline is weak. They don't care about your potential if your follow-through is inconsistent. But the moment they see one strong action, one bold shift, one sign of transformation, they pay attention. Because wealthy minds think in opportunity. They look for people who are moving, growing, pushing, refusing to stay stuck. So hear me, if a wealthy man is about to relocate you, it's because he sees something in you that you still underestimate. He sees potential that you keep second guessing. He sees hunger you keep minimizing. He sees talent you keep hiding. He sees discipline you don't even give yourself credit for. But here's the truth: before someone invests in you, you have to invest in yourself relentlessly. You have to become the version of you that can handle the level you're asking for. A bigger blessing requires a bigger you, and right now, life is stretching you. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's necessary. Because the person you're becoming is someone who doesn't beg for opportunities, they attract them. Someone who doesn't chase validation, they generate it internally. Someone who doesn't fear leveling up, they demand it. Someone who doesn't collapse when pressure hits, they rise higher, and wealthy people love that. Successful people respect that. Doors open for that. Money flows toward that. Opportunities orbit around that. But you need to protect your energy in this season, because elevation exposes you. It exposes your distractions. It exposes fake friends. It exposes weak habits. It exposes fear. It exposes every little thing that cannot go with you into your next level. And that's why things feel heavy. That's why certain people are falling away. That's why your patience is shorter. That's why your vision feels sharper. You are shedding your old self. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into readiness. And because of that, people who once had access to you will no longer understand you. They will say you've changed. They're right. You have, you're supposed to. You cannot stay small just because someone else is afraid of growth. You cannot stay silent just because someone else is comfortable in their own confusion. You cannot play down your potential just because others don't want to feel triggered. You owe it to yourself to become the person your future requires. And that version of you is bold. That version of you is focused. That version of you is relentless. That version of you is loud with action and quiet with excuses. That version of you is unstoppable. And when you become unstoppable, wealthy people invest in you, not because you need them, but because you match their mindset. They see themselves in you. They see their own hunger mirrored in your journey. They see their own past struggles reflected in your climb. And that's why relocation, physical, financial, spiritual, emotional, is coming, because you've hit a level where staying where you are is no longer an option. Your environment is too small, your circle is too limited, your habits are evolving, your mind is expanding, and life is about to move you into a space that matches who you're becoming, not who you were. A wealthy man may be the channel, but you are the reason. Your action unlocked this, your courage activated this, your discipline attracted this, your transformation demanded this, so don't question what's coming. Prepare for it. Don't doubt your worth. Deepen it. Don't fear the blessing. Grow into it. Because you're not just about to be relocated, you are about to be elevated, expanded, transformed, and positioned in a space where your gift finally gets the room it deserves. And all of it started because of one action. You need to understand this now more than ever. The moment you begin to elevate, the universe starts reorganizing everything around you. Nothing stays the same. Nothing remains comfortable. Nothing feels familiar, because you're not supposed to stay in environments that no longer match your growth. And this is where most people get confused. They think discomfort means something is going wrong. No, discomfort is the evidence that everything is going right. Discomfort is the proof that you're outgrowing your old limits. Discomfort is the echo of old patterns dying. Discomfort is the birthplace of the new you. And that's exactly why relocation is happening. It's not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's financial. Because you cannot stay in the same mindset, same circle, same behaviors, same routines, and expect your life to transform. Transformation demands movement. Transformation demands separation. Transformation demands that you stop clinging to what's familiar simply because you're afraid of stepping into what's destined. But let's talk about something real, the wealthy man you're about to meet, the opportunity, the blessing, the connection, the open door. You didn't attract that because you asked for it. You attracted it because you became the version of you that could handle it. You became consistent, you became disciplined, you became focused, you became serious, you became intentional, and wealthy people spot that instantly. They see hunger in your eyes even when you don't speak. They feel your determination even when you stay silent. They recognize resilience because they've lived through it themselves. People who have built wealth, influence, and success don't look for perfect people. They look for hungry people. They look for people who refuse to quit. They look for people who show up on days they don't feel like it. They look for people who push through their fears, their insecurities, their past wounds. They look for people who keep going. And that's who you've become, and you really need to hear this. You didn't go unnoticed. All those nights you kept trying, someone noticed. All those days you fought your own mind and still showed up. Someone noticed. All the consistency you thought no one saw. Someone saw. That wealthy man is just the physical representation of a spiritual reward. You awakened something in yourself, so life sent someone who matches that awakening. But before the blessing arrives fully, life always gives one last test, the test of letting go. And this is where 99% of people fail. They want elevation without separation. They want growth without discomfort. They want blessings without change. They want new opportunities while holding tight to old habits. But elevation doesn't work like that. You can't step into your future while dragging your past. You can't move into abundance while clinging to scarcity. You can't become unstoppable while holding onto people who stop you. And you definitely cannot enter a wealthy season with a poor mindset. Your old mindset was built for survival. Your new mindset is built for expansion. Your old mindset wanted comfort. Your new mindset wants growth. Your old mindset feared risks. Your new mindset demands them. And this is why life begins to remove people, routines, distractions, and habits from you. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. The higher you go, the more discipline you need, the more clarity you need, the more focus you need, the more boundaries you need. And wealthy people respect boundaries more than anything. They respect people who value themselves. They respect people who don't waste their time. They respect people who don't entertain chaos. They respect people who know where they're going. You're stepping into a version of you that walks with purpose so clearly that average energy cannot stand near you anymore. Your new level will intimidate people who never elevated. It will confuse people who stayed stagnant. It will anger people who depended on your old weakness, but none of them matter. You're not evolving for them. You're evolving for you, because your purpose is bigger than your fears. Your destiny is bigger than your doubts. Your calling is bigger than your comfort zone, and that wealthy man coming into your life, he's not the blessing, he's the confirmation that you were right to believe in yourself, the confirmation that discipline works, the confirmation that transformation pays off, the confirmation that you were always meant for more, but you must keep going. Don't slow down because the blessing is close, speed up. Don't relax because opportunity is near. Prepare harder. Don't get comfortable because something good is coming. Level up even more, because the version of you that receives the blessing must be stronger than the version that attracted it. Consistency got you here. But discipline will keep you here, and hunger will take you even further. So keep pushing, keep evolving, keep expanding, keep shedding old layers, because relocation isn't just about changing your environment. It's about changing you. Your energy, your mindset, your habits, your standards, and once those change, everything else follows. Everything. You are not rising by accident. You are rising because it's finally your season, and nothing can stop what's coming next. You have to understand something powerful right now. When life prepares to elevate you, it doesn't start by giving you more, it starts by stretching you. It tests your patience. It tests your discipline. It tests your commitment. It tests your belief in yourself, because the blessings you're asking for are heavy blessings, and heavy blessings require strong hands. And whether you realize it or not, every battle you've been fighting, every delay you've survived, every setback you came back from, every moment you chose not to quit has been preparing you for the level you're stepping into right now. And this is why the wealthy man is approaching. This is why relocation is aligning. This is why resources are shifting in your favor. Because your character has reached a point where success can finally trust you. Success doesn't trust everyone. Wealth doesn't trust everyone. Opportunities don't trust everyone, because most people say they want elevation, but their habits prove they're not ready. Most people ask for money, but they can't manage their time. Most people ask for open doors, but they keep walking through the wrong ones. Most people ask for blessings, but they stay connected to people who sabotage them. But your journey looks different now. You've grown, you've matured, you've woken up, you've broken cycles that generations before you failed to break. You've disciplined your emotions, you've rebuilt your self-worth, you've taken action even when you were scared. That's why things are shifting for you. That's why the blessing is searching for your name. That's why a wealthy man is being positioned to elevate you. He isn't coming because you're lucky. He's coming because you're aligned. You stepped into alignment with your purpose the moment you stopped negotiating your worth. You stepped into alignment the moment you stopped accepting bare minimum energy. You stepped into alignment the moment you cut off distractions, stopped explaining yourself, stopped begging people to understand you. You stepped into alignment the moment you said, I deserve more, and I'm willing to become more to receive it. And here's the truth most people never hear. Your next level is not waiting for a miracle. Your next level is waiting for a more disciplined version of you. That discipline is your proof. That consistency is your passport. That hunger is your currency. That's what wealthy people see. That's what opportunities respond to. That's what blessings obey. And this is the moment where you must be careful. Because right before elevation, you will be tempted the hardest. Old habits will try to creep back. Old relationships will try to return. Old insecurities will try to whisper. Old fears will try to rise up, because the enemy of your destiny knows something big is coming. And it will do anything to pull you back into who you used to be. You must not fold. You must not fall. You must not retreat. You must not shrink. You cannot become small again just because your breakthrough makes others uncomfortable. You cannot dim your light just because someone else fears their own darkness. You cannot go quiet just because your confidence disturbs people who never believed in themselves. You cannot sabotage your blessing because you're afraid of living a life bigger than the one you were born into. This is the season where you break out of the limits that have held you hostage for years. This is the season where you say yes to your calling fully. This is the season where you refuse to settle. This is the season where you choose growth over comfort every single day. And the wealthy man coming into your life, understand this clearly. He's not coming to save you. He's coming to accelerate you. There's a difference. People who need saving are unprepared. People who are accelerating have already prepared themselves. You've already done the inner work. You've already built the foundation. You've already taken the action that proved you're ready. And because of that, help is coming. Not to carry you, but to lift you higher. And this is how you know blessings are close. Your spirit feels restless. Your energy feels different. Your standards are naturally rising. Your patience for nonsense is shrinking. Your clarity is sharper than ever. Your future feels closer than it has ever felt. That is not anxiety. That is alignment. That is preparation. That is destiny tightening around you like a seatbelt because the ride is about to accelerate. But listen closely when the relocation happens. Whether it's relocation of mindset, environment, opportunities, relationships, don't panic. Don't question it. Don't resist it. You prayed for growth. Growth requires movement. You prayed for abundance. Abundance requires expansion. You prayed for elevation. Elevation requires separation. And this might shock you, but the people you think will celebrate your blessing won't. Some will envy you, some will doubt you, some will distance themselves, some will pretend they don't see your progress, and that's okay. You're not elevating for applause. You're elevating for purpose. You're elevating because your life has an assignment. You're elevating because your existence is bigger than staying stuck in cycles that didn't build you. And let me tell you the raw truth, the wealth, the opportunities, the connections, the relocation. It all comes when you stop trying to be liked and start trying to be aligned. The world doesn't reward people who fit in. It rewards people who stand out. And you finally reach the point where you're not afraid to stand out anymore. That is why doors are opening. That is why blessings are chasing you. That is why people with power, influence, and wealth are taking notice. Because you walk differently now, you think differently now, you act differently now, you attract differently now, and soon, your entire life will look different too, not by luck, not by chance, but by transformation. And the world always rewards transformation. There comes a moment in every person's life when everything they've been through finally makes sense. Every struggle, every disappointment, every delay, every betrayal. Every silent season, every tear, every moment where you questioned your worth, because suddenly you realize none of it was meant to break you. It was meant to shape you. It was meant to prepare you for the level you're stepping into now. And right now, whether you feel it or not, you are walking into the biggest season of elevation you've ever experienced. But here's the truth. Elevation doesn't begin when the blessing arrives. It begins when you rise internally. The wealthy man who is about to relocate you, he is not coming because you're lucky. He's coming because you finally became the version of yourself who can attract wealth, hold wealth, multiply wealth, and honor wealth. You became someone whose discipline outweighs their emotions. You became someone whose purpose is louder than their fear. You became someone who refuses to stay small, refuses to play safe, refuses to settle for less than what they're capable of. And that shift is what changed everything. You didn't attract a wealthy man. You attracted a new level, a new reality, a new frequency, and wealthy people move on frequency. They don't connect through pity. They connect through vision. They connect through alignment. They connect through energy. They connect through determination. And whether you believe it or not, your determination has been screaming louder than your doubts. That's why opportunities are coming. That's why unexpected favor is coming. That's why open doors are coming. Because the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration, and your vibration has evolved. You're no longer vibrating at survival. You're vibrating at growth. You're vibrating at fearlessness. You're vibrating at purpose. You're vibrating at next level energy. That's what wealthy people feel. That's what opportunities feel. That's what blessings feel. And now you need to hear this clearly. The blessing that's coming is not random. It's a result of every moment you decided not to quit. A result of every day you chose discipline over comfort. A result of every night you believed in a future you couldn't see yet. A result of every sacrifice no one thanked you for. A result of every time you held yourself together when life was tearing at your edges. You earned this breakthrough. You earned this elevation. You earned this relocation. You earned this attention. You earned this divine momentum. But now that it's coming, you must protect it, because elevation attracts attacks. Blessings attract jealousy. Growth exposes people who are comfortable with your smallness, and your next level is too valuable to let small minds ruin it. So here's what you need to understand. The wealthiest version of you cannot walk with the weakest version of your past. You are becoming someone powerful, someone disciplined, someone focused, someone intentional, someone unstoppable, And that version of you won't have space for people who only knew the older you. Some relationships will fall apart because they were connected to your wounds, not your wisdom. Some friends will distance themselves because they were entertained by your pain, not your growth. Some opportunities will die because they were meant for the old you, not the elevated you. Don't cling to anything that tries to keep you small. Don't entertain anything that drains your energy. Don't negotiate your value anymore, because the moment you shrink, you sabotage your blessing, and this blessing is too big, too rare, too important. Because relocation isn't just about moving to a better place. It's about becoming a better person. It's about rising into rooms you once prayed to enter. It's about sitting at tables you once thought were too big for you. It's about speaking with confidence you once envied in others. It's about earning respect you once chased. And it's about becoming the kind of person who inspires others just by being themselves. And here's what you need to understand about wealthy people. They don't invest in potential alone. They invest in identity. They invest in people who know who they are, people who walk with purpose, people who move with certainty, people who talk with clarity, people who don't flinch in the face of challenges, people who don't collapse under pressure, people who don't apologize for dreaming big. And that's who you are becoming. That's why destiny is rearranging itself to elevate you. That's why everything feels like it's shifting at once. That's why your spirit is restless, because you know, deep inside you were never meant for a basic life. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant for small dreams. You were never meant to settle. You were meant for impact. You were meant for influence. You were meant for abundance. You were meant to rise. And your rise begins now, not next month, not next year, not when everything is perfect. Now, because you've already taken the action that triggered your transformation. And now the world is adjusting itself to match the new you. So prepare for new opportunities, prepare for new connections, prepare for new environments, prepare for new levels of discipline, prepare for blessings that shake your life, prepare for doors you never imagined opening, prepare for divine favor that makes no logical sense, prepare for a wealthy man, maybe a mentor, maybe an investor, maybe a guide, maybe a destiny helper, who is about to accelerate your journey in a way that nothing and no one has before. But don't forget this, the wealthy man is not your source, he is a channel, you are the source, your discipline is the source, your courage is the source, your transformation is the source, everything you desire is already inside you. He's just coming to amplify what's already growing within you. And as you rise, remember this truth. The world does not reward the person you were. It rewards the person you become, and right now, at this very moment, you are becoming unstoppable, you are becoming undeniable, you are becoming unbreakable, you are becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be, and nothing can stop what's coming next. Your elevation is not coming, it has already begun.